And so it's always, regardless of the sport, a good contest. Right here with this women's game, you're talking about two teams that are listed in the D2 SIDA regional poll already early in the year. Both two teams that are both 1-0 in league play. Georgia College, a much improved team from last year, coming in with an 8-1 or maybe even 9-1 record now, only one loss. So Georgia College was able to pick up a road win at Young Harris. At the same time, we were playing here home versus Flagler. So it's a unique dynamic, that Saturday to Monday doubleheader scheduling kind of road trip. So it's interesting to see if we're going to use the momentum from our first league win, and to see if Georgia College is going to be able to cap off a 3-day road trip.
Yeah, you mentioned them playing at Young Harris. They should be well adjusted to the altitude over there playing at Young Harris, so that'll be fun to watch. You mentioned the 8-1 record, 1-0 in the conference, and you mentioned kind of the fits and starts. This is head coach for the Georgia College and State Bobcats, Ross Jolly. 5th season, came into this season with a 14-53 record, so kind of easy to see where they've made some drastic improvements into this year. And we were talking about it off air before we came on. Same recruiting area. Georgia College and State only has one player here, and that's Deshaun Jackson out of Miramar, Florida, although she played at Young Harris before transferring over to Georgia College and State. So a very Georgia-heavy game here tonight. So if you're a fan of local talent, you'll see plenty of it here on the court tonight.
Yeah, and North Georgia, obviously, we've got about a 5-county footprint where we try to steal the best players in that 5-county footprint and blend them into a program. So Coach Jolly is kind of a visionary, forward-thinking coach, and so he's thought long-term how he wants his team to look. And now his team seems to have four wheels on the road and headed in the right direction. So I really think that this is one of the marquee early season pre-Christmas conference games. I think that these two teams are both will have a potential say in what happens at the conference level at the end of February. And so in order to be able to match up here in the Convocation Center early in the season, I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Two really good games against four similar basketball teams. Monday night basketball, finals week here on the Dahlonega campus. So looking forward to a good evening of basketball.
We're looking forward to it for sure. Make sure to stick around. We're going to take our first break of the evening. We'll come back on the other end with starting lineup and tip here. Once again, Georgia College and State Bobcats as they have made the trip up to Dahlonega to face your University of North Georgia Nighthawks. A few minutes and we'll be back. You are watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Welcome back on the Nighthawk Sports Network, and thank you to our friends also on Glory Sports Radio 97.5 and 1330 AM for being with us here tonight, as once again we are live to bring you tonight's action between the Georgia College and State Bobcats and your hometown University of North Georgia Nighthawks. We have the starting lineups coming up now, and we will pause for those and read them off with you. Again, thank you all for being with us on a Monday night as we move into the second game of the Peach Belt Conference schedule. Lee, we talked about it a little bit on the last broadcast, kind of the tale of two seasons, the preseason to get things figured out, and then moving into this season, you want to get things rolling in the right direction. As you see, darked out here, spotlight on for our hometown Nighthawks. Kaylee Sticker will start again. This is going to be her 9th start. She started all 8 before this. Carly Fahey, the sophomore out of Suwanee, Georgia. This will be her 2nd start. Lizzie Campbell also going to get the start. This will be her 3rd start of the season. Had a very good game last time. Once again, we were here for the Flagler game. Josie Earnhardt out of Rabun Gap, Georgia, has started all 9 games now. And last but certainly not least, once again, the Peach Belt Conference leading scorer, Caroline Martin, the junior out of Cumming, Georgia, and North Forsyth High School to lead us here. And for the Georgia College and State Bobcats, Harper Vick out of Marietta, Ashaya Willis out of Gainesville. And then they skip down to Cassidy Markle out of Cumming and North Forsyth, so another North Forsyth grab here on the floor tonight. Alexa Gary out of Sonoraville High School in Calhoun, and Deshaun Jackson, a redshirt junior. They're getting all 10 starts coming into this game out of Miramar, Florida, but a transfer from Young Harris, so still a Georgia tie there, as we're all set for tip-off here.
Looking forward to seeing how much improved Georgia College is. Obviously, their numbers say that they are. How well do they handle the situation here? Tough place to play for visiting teams that come here to North Georgia.
Deshaun Jackson wins the tip for Georgia College and State. So they will set up their offense here. Long 3 here, just off the front of the rim. Nope, it's going to bounce in. And we got a foul on the floor as well. And I believe it's going to be on Caroline Martin. But the first shot there, Alexa Geary, again, the 5'10 sophomore out of Calhoun, came in shooting 32% from 3 points. So they will count the 3 and the possession. Gets it back out top. That's to Harper Vick. She lays it up with the left hand, a little short, and set up the other way now for the Nighthawks. That's Carly Fahey with the ball. Long 3. That one's hammered home. Kaylee Sticker.
The thing about Kaylee is she's multifunctional. She can play as a guard, can play as a big, but you better go out and guard her at 25 feet because she can score it from out there.
Georgia College in the green, white numerals. North Georgia back in the traditional home whites as this is a mid-range jumper off the side of the rim. That attempt there by Alexa Geary again. In transition to Caroline Martin, driving to the baseline, lays it up with the right hand and in as she goes tumbling down, but back up. 5-3 here as the first 2 minutes of action underway. Good pressure here early from Fahey.
I like that wrinkle from North Georgia. I mentioned it against Flagler the other day. We're going to play man, and our change-up defense is not just the 1-3-1, but we extend our man defense and play with pressure around the timeline.
Vick laid it up and in with the right to tie things up at 5 with 8:39 left to play in the first, and then UNG had a little bit of miscommunication, I suppose. Georgia College going to take back over.
Yeah, I think we inbounded it to a player that wasn't looking, and it just bounced.
Caroline Martin almost tipped it away, didn't work. Here's another 3 for Georgia College off the front. And again, Alexa Geary, the attempt there. She's shooting a lot tonight. From Fahey to Sticker. Nice ball up and top, just off the glass. A lot of contact underneath, and a travel called, as I believe her own player bumped into her.
I think so. That's 2 forced turnovers against your own team so far tonight. One for North Georgia, where we threw it off of our own player, and then right there where the energy just kind of bumped into the defensive rebounder and forced the travel.
And checking in, Kayla Massop. We mentioned how important she was last game against Flagler. She checks in for Lizzie Campbell. As this is another 3 just off the side that time for Sticker. And a foul. So
we're going to get Kayla right there trying to create the extra possession by just trying to get a tip out. Great plus, a high IQ play, an offensive rebound tip out, but unfortunately she was able hit the side of the head of the Bobcat player.
And another travel called. And again, they are trying to get that ball early to Alexa Geary, comes in shooting 40% from the floor.
Yeah. That's just using 2 pivot feet there.
Wide open look here and hammered home. Nice shot by Fahey. They left her all alone at the top of the key.
They did, and that's a really tough 3 to shoot, the dribble up 3. The preferred is catch and shoot, where not off the bounce, but as the point guard, she dribbled us into the half-court set and saw her defender turn her head and just went ahead and finished.
Spin cycle, nothing doing there as Harper Vick tried to lay it up. Didn't work, score still 8-5.
Harper Vick can score with basically anybody in this league, so we're going to need to keep an eye on her in transition for sure. Go ahead,
Another 3, and it's in. Great looks early for UNG at the top of the key, and again, Carly Fahey up to 6 now.
It looks like Georgia College scout is saying that we're not going to honor Fahey's 3-point jump shot.
Mid-range jumper.
And they're just kind of putting that defender in the middle of the paint. It looks like they're going to change. They're going to need to make a change on that.
There's Alexa Geary on the 2. Massop here at the top of the key. They're playing off just enough to take the shot. Gave it back to Martin, looked at the 3, passing it back now to Sticker. Another 3. That one's off the back. Tipped around, and Georgia College is going to come away with it.
Something to keep an eye on. They still didn't make that adjustment. They're still going to guard Carly Fahey very casually, so we'll see if before she subs out, if she gets another clean look.
Georgia College has not looked very connected on offense, but that'll work again. Harper Vick with the spin cycle, lays it up with the left hand, and good for 2. 11-9 now. 4 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Another wide open 3. That one just off the front of the rim, as again, Fahey had a wide open look. Georgia College setting back up, went fast, then slowed it back down. Again, both these teams 8-1, 1-0 in Peach Belt Conference play. Important game here early, as a drive to the rim there did not work. Ashaya Willis out of Buford High School. Nice pass in transition on the UNG side, and Massett missed it and then laid back up and in by Sticker.
Love when players commit to running the floor and stay in the play. You can't assume that everything's going to be a make. Good. The best offensive rebounders actually will assume everything is going to be a miss.
13-9 now. Mishandled ball by Georgia College, and UNG's got it in transition. This is Fahey driving to the basket, passes it back outside. This is Sticker. She's going to drive in.
Go ahead, Carla.
Wide open look from the side, just off the side of the rim as well. But still, those quality looks, you're willing to take them every day of the week.
Yeah, so now that scout is paying out. The numbers are evening out a little bit. Now she's 2 of 4.
Harper Vick there attempted the 3, and then it went out of bounds. And we got a timeout, and we'll take the timeout with them. Again, you are watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
UC head coach Buffy Burson talking to the University of North Georgia Nighthawks here as they hold a 13-9 lead with 4:48 left to play in the first quarter of action. Will Cooper alongside Lee Glenn and our friends with the Nighthawk Sports Network. Thank you all for being with us on a Monday evening as we're looking forward to bringing you this Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. And after the timeout, it looks like they're going to stick with the same lineup, so no substitutions for UNG. As a matter of fact, I don't see any substitutions on either side. So UNG with the ball. Driving into the lane is Fahey. Back out to Sticker. Fakes the three. Going back inside to Massip. Good ball movement here from UNG. Long three. Misses everything and then works its way out of bounds. That was Josie Earnhardt. Maybe a little bit further back than they would like her to shoot that.
Yep.
It should last both games.
We will have substitutions coming in just a moment for the Nighthawks. Good look here from the corner. That one off the side of the rim. That was Myra Strickland out of Duluth, Georgia. Back up top, Ashaya Williams. Wanted to travel, didn't get it on the inside. Good defense here from UNG. Mid-range jumper, the only thing they could do. Doesn't come down with it. Now we got to fight for the ball. Georgia College with the offensive rebound. Really good effort there from Jada Warren, the 6-foot sophomore out of Norcross, to come back with that offensive rebound. Score 13-11. Another wide open three look just off the back of the rim for Fahey.
I tip your hat to the Bobcats there. Just really had a little bit more desire to create extra possessions with an offensive rebound on the last possession than we did in terminating the possession.
And they're going to call a foul on Caroline Martin inside.
It'll be her second.
Have to keep an eye on that. Again, 3:21 left to play in the first. And substitutions coming in now. So for the Nighthawks, Fahey is going to check out and then to take her place, Livy Blackstock. And then also checking into the game, Nia Lutz. She had a good game as well. And then a handful for Georgia College, including Sierra Foster checking in. And now they have to sub back out again. So that was Harper Vick checking back into the game as Alexa Gary checks out. They called the foul on the floor, so it'll be Georgia College inbounding on their offensive side. Three here for Georgia College didn't go. That shot attempted by Myra Strickland again. UNG with this different lineup. No Fahey on the floor now. Into the lane. And they call the offensive foul on Massip.
Good defense there. Give and go with the top of the key. Big to big for us. Their set defense.
We have a timeout on the floor. Not sure if it's our clock here. Well, the clock that's on the side of the goal is still correct, but the scoreboard clocks are not operating correctly. There we go. 13-11 the score. 3:04 left to play in the first. And our officials are still having a conversation here, folks. Again, apologies. Now they're having a conversation along the scorer's table. There you go, you see it. Looks good from here to us.
Yep.
I'm not sure what they're waiting for, to be honest with you folks.
Probably just a retest of the system.
Gotcha. One other name we wanted to mention, Rose Bone, has checked into the game. Played 16 minutes as a reserve out of Monroe, Georgia, a transfer from Lenore Rhine. And now we're ready to play as she inbounds it to Sierra Foster. And we have another stoppage in play. Any ideas on that one?
Clock did not start.
Okay. And they get it back here. Now it does. So the scoreboard's still not running, so we'll keep the score here as much as we can.
Clock is on the shot clock.
10-4.
Only not the video board.
Vic drives in. A lot of contact there. And they're going to call it. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Used that elbow a little bit. They're going to call it on Blackstock, though. So to the line is Harper Vick. Comes in shooting 56% from the charity stripe. That one's good. And now the officials are going to have a conversation about what to do here. Again, you see on for all of our fans watching on the Nighthawk Sports Network stream, you can see that our scores are working, and now we're going to take a timeout. So the coaches are going to have a conversation with the officials here. Again, as you see on our live stream, the score you're seeing is correct as well as the time is correct.
Just our boards here in the video in the convocation center are not correct.
And the officials, I believe, are having the conversation on how to keep track of these sort of things and make sure everything is correct. As you see, the cheerleaders for the University of North Georgia, Nigel walking around over there as well. A great atmosphere here on a Monday. You know, Lee, we were talking about it, kind of a finals week here for the students getting ready to go home for Christmas break. Wasn't sure what the attendance would be like. A fantastic crowd on Saturday. Very good crowd for a Monday night as well.
Yeah, I thought we were really happy with the turnout, the blackout event. Tonight is Park and Rec night as well, so I expect a late arriving crowd once after school practices and things of that nature have wrapped up.
1,376 the tally for Saturday afternoon. Of course, there were lots of festivities going on at Dahlonega that afternoon, as there were some parades going on, and then after there was a farmer's market, I believe.
Oh, yeah, my family made the downtown Christmas parade. That's always a big deal.
Yeah. Folks, if you haven't made it up to Dahlonega recently, it's one of a kind, really. And, I know there's lots of those North Georgia cities that are getting their footing and figuring it out, but UNG has certainly partnered with the city of Dahlonega and done a fantastic job. As we have now things sorted out. So, ready back to action. The officials laughing it off.
Technology.
Great when it works. So either way, the scoreboard currently is correct, but once again, the score bug is working, so just keep an eye on your screen.
We'll see when play resumes.
There we go. Misses that free throw. Yeah. Looks like it may be working here now, folks. Up top is Sticker. Nice ball movement underneath to Campbell, and a travel called. Tough break there.
Lizzie had done a great job of earning her spot there and posting up. But then when she received the ball, she went immediately into kind of pass mindset instead of looking at the basket first.
Jada Warren comes off. Deshaun Jackson checks back into the game. Deshaun, 6.2 points per game, but 6.6 rebounds per game. So a force underneath, as this is a nice pass to Vic, but just doesn't go. Vic has had some good looks. They just haven't fallen.
Yeah, we can't lose her. on the ball, obviously, but when she doesn't have the ball in her hand, she's a good cutter.
That pass from Sticker intercepted to Lizzie Campbell. She takes a tumble, but back up. Georgia College settling into their ball movement on their offense a little bit more than they were to begin with. And that will go out of bounds, and it will stay Georgia College ball. Substitution here, coming into the game, Daisha Cannon. And checking out Lizzie Campbell. Daisha had a great game on Saturday against Flagler. Again, the native out of White County. Back we go, Georgia College. Long three again, and just off the side of the rim there for Gary, but an offensive rebound. Now a scrum for the ball, and they will give it to UNG.
Well, it's going to end up being a loose ball foul on the Bobcats, but you got to tip your hat there. They are playing hard.
Cassidy Markle, who's going to check out for Rose Bone here. And then we also have Ashaya Willis checking back in for Sierra Foster. So Georgia College making a lot of rotations. Back to work are the Nighthawks. A minute 30 left to play in the first. 13-12, Nighthawks up by 1. Nice mid-range there in the middle of the lane for Lutz, but doesn't go. In transition now, Georgia College driving. Aaron pass corralled. Drive to the lane, just off there. And UNG with numbers. Wide pass there, back up top to Lutz. Getting it out, Sticker from the side. That one's hammered home, and the scoring drought ends.
What a while with both teams not finding the bottom of the net there, but you can always understand that Kaylee Sticker is not going to be shy about taking big shots.
Sticker from Dawsonville, again, the transfer out of Clemson. Nice spin move there inside.
That is great defense by Daisha Cannon right there.
Ashaya Willis, again, they like to go to that side of the basket as they tried to go back to Cannon, and she stepped out. Close there.
Yeah, that's the pass's fault there. Put her in a bad spot.
For only being a sophomore, she plays much more mature than that.
Yeah, we got Sticker at the 4, so Cannon's actually playing the 5 for us, guarding GC's big.
Underneath against Deshaun Jackson at 6'1".
Watch for the spin move when she drives.
Gets it back out. That was a great look there as the quick pass over to Deshaun Jackson. UNG is going to have about 3 seconds to score here before the end of the first. Long three just off the front of the rim, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So we'll take another break. Again, you are watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
A staple in downtown Dahlonega, the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel offers various types of accommodations for visitors and has been serving family-style country cooking since 1922, just off the historic Dahlonega Square. Amicalola Propane is locally owned and operated and provides propane sales, service, and repair to farms, homes, and businesses. Amicalola Propane is dedicated to making customers' lives more comfortable, and their knowledgeable staff will help with both residential and commercial propane needs. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Welcome back to the Nighthawk Sports Network, and thank you to our friends on Glory Sports Radio, 97.5 and 1330 AM, for being with us here on this Monday evening. Again, Will Cooper alongside Lee Glenn, and for all of our staff here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, an honor to serve you as the Nighthawks up by 2, 16-14. At the end of one, we're ready for quarter number 2. As UNG will return with the same lineup they ended the quarter with. So on the floor currently, Blackstock, Sticker, Cannon, Lutz, and underneath Earnhardt right now.
Probably means they're going to run a set for her.
Find it underneath the cannon, had her pocket pick, but a foul called over the back. Certainly a lot more foul trouble here early than there was on Saturday. You know, we talked about how clean of a game that was against Flagler, and not anybody in particular foul trouble, just a lot more fouls. Cannon working underneath, takes it back out. Driving in is Lutz, gets it outside. Good look here, just off the side of the rim. Again, Blackstock has a fight for the ball, but Georgia College going to come away with it now.
Cannon was almost there to be able to generate an extra possession for us. Able to get a hand on it, but just couldn't corral it.
Good movement here. And underneath, Georgia College's offense, not a lot of passing, just trying to find a way to drive to that side of the basket.
I think they're actually being matchup-centric. When they find a matchup that they like, they...
What a feed by Cannon underneath the sticker.
They like to attack a certain matchups, and that means we just got to team defend better and recognize when they're just going to commit to one-on-one play and be early to help and make them give it up.
Cannon working here against Jada Warren, now a three. That one off to the side by Strickland. Mid-range jumper goes up and in. That was Alexa Geary. 18-16 our score. UNG back on their offensive side. Underneath to Sticker, gonna post up, put it up. Just off the front, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and that one off to the side. And another scrum for the ball. Now we've got a loose ball foul.
Frustration foul by Kaylee there. Missed two kind of short-range jumpers and big effort play to get her own rebound on her first miss. And that's just kind of human nature to want to kind of keep going there when sometimes you just got to hedge your bet and chalk it up to a missed shot and sprint back and play defense.
Fahey checks into the game for Josie Earnhardt. Georgia College quickly to the basket here, and that one is up and in. That was Jada Warren again. All knotted up at 18. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter of action. Fahey was the one they were leaving alone to shoot the threes. We'll see if they decide to do that now that she's back on the floor. Lutz faked the pull up. Directing traffic now. Driving in. And that pass off the hand of Fahey, and that'll be another turnover here for the Nighthawks. Georgia College back to work again. Found something they've liked on that right-hand side of the basket. In rotation now, a little bit more passing, but again to that right side. That time it doesn't go. UNG now with speed. Coming back, Sticker in transition. What a good pass. Side of the key, that one just off the inside. Now we got another scrum for the ball. Georgia College coming away with it. With numbers goes up and that one is in. Alexa Geary in transition. And the Bobcats take a 2-point lead now. This is Fahey. Now gives it off to Cannon. Cannon driving, loses the dribble, frustrated with herself. Lutz decides to take a three. That one's hammered home. Nighthawks back up by one.
That's an odd swing of events right there. We thought that we had turned it over when we dribbled there and just kind of given up on the play. And Naya just says, I'll go ahead and get us back in this thing with a made three. So they just do a better job of keeping them in front of us.
Here we go, UNG 2-on-1. Going up and back to the pass. How did she see her? And now we've got, oh no, a double dribble there. Sticker going to argue it was off of her knee. As we've got substitutions coming in now. Fahey checks back out. Checking back in is Earnhardt in her place. The only change for them, Sierra Foster checks back in for the Bobcats. And she has the ball currently. Underneath and tipped away. And they're going to call an over the back foul. You know, we talked about it. UNG, last time they played, 7 days off. It's only been about a little over 24 hours since they played. Looking a little less fresh now.
Tough thing to do on short turn for both the home and the road team.
It's both teams. As that shot, a little errand, almost went in anyway, but does not end up going in. Lutz out on the backside. And again, just a little bit of a miscue there. Kind of in a tough spot. If she doesn't go after that ball, I'm pretty sure Georgia College would retain possession either way. Georgia College getting it back out top to Vick. Vick lays it up, and no, just off the front of the rim. Underneath now, Warden got the offensive rebound, and then back underneath, Sticker got it, and we have a foul. That time, that'll go on Rose Bone underneath.
Well, Harper Vick is able to put it down on the floor and get to the rim really at will right now. We got to find who is the person that is going to be assigned to guard on ball a little bit tougher. And then when she goes to shoot, we got to make sure that Jada Warren is not cleaning up on the offensive rebound on all of her misses.
Lutz drives in with the left hand. That one just off the back of the rim. Georgia College back the other way. And a travel called that time on Myra Strickland. While we have a moment, let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification. Back here at the Convocation Center on the University of North Georgia. Nighthawks up by 1, and they have the ball. Daisha Cannon drives in. Nothing doing, tipped away. Georgia College takes back over. Halfway through the second quarter here. Driving in, a lot of contact, no foul. We got a scrum for the ball and a jump ball. And the possession arrow will come into play here. And now the officials having a little conversation here about if that was a foul or not. And we have a substitution coming in now, so checking out for the Bobcats, Myra Strickland, and checking back in, Alexa Geary. At the end of the day, Georgia College takes back over. Quick put up back here by Geary, tipped away. And they get their own offensive rebound again, been dominating the offensive glass. Lutz comes out to attempt to mess with Vick a little bit. She's got some good handles. Puts it up, and the and one for the three-point play here as the Bobcats go back up by 1. That foul on Cannon. And we have a timeout. We'll take it with them. Once again, you are watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
With 6 locations across Northeast Georgia, Howard Brothers Outdoor Power Equipment and Hardware is trusted by both professional landscapers and residential homeowners for all their outdoor equipment needs. To learn more about the family-owned business that keeps Georgia green, visit howardbrothers.com. Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Live from Lynn Cottrell Arena at the University of North Georgia Convocation Center, Will Cooper alongside Lee Glenn and our Nighthawk Sports Network staff. Thank you for joining us here on this Monday night. Bobcats up by 1 as Vick is sent to the line. That's Harper Vick for the Georgia College Bobcats. Will attempt the three-point play. The foul was called on Daisha Cannon before we went to break. And off to the side, so going to stay with the 2. And keep possession with UNG. That was almost a little dangerous there. Set back now. Sticker still on the floor. I don't believe she's checked out all game. Cannon still on. Earnhardt still on. Blackstock and Lutz to complete the UNG lineup currently. Long three there off to the side for Earnhardt. UNG gets their own offensive rebound courtesy of Lutz, who puts it back up and over. What a shot! Great look there, and the Nighthawks back up.
That's a crafty play by a veteran who's been around the block a couple times. Although, albeit not in a North Georgia uniform, she has plenty of collegiate, high-level basketball experience, and just that offensive rebound desire, and then show, and then turn back and attack the rim.
Cannon forced the turnover, dished back into her, and just off the front of the rim. And Georgia College setting up here a three. That one's off. Gets her own rebound, coming back up, tries the same play, doesn't work. Again, that was Alexa Geary. Lutz going to work back up, fake that shot, go back up, and doesn't go.
Okay, that's another heady move there.
Making some opportunities where they haven't been.
Typical league basketball here. Teams know exactly what we're trying to get to and where strengths and weaknesses are.
UNG starting to force the issue a little bit defensively. Gets it back out here. This is to Foster. Foster lays it up with the right, draws the foul. Go to the line for two. Foster comes into the game shooting 70% from the free throw line. Substitution, Vic going to check back in. Or excuse me, Strickland checking in for Vic. .316 left to play here in the first half of action. First one up and off to the side. Sierra Foster hammers home the second one. And we have another sub. Checking in for Foster is Ashaya Willis out of Gainesville, Georgia, and Buford High School. Buford, one of the premier sports high schools in the state of Georgia. All knotted up at 23. 3 minutes left to play. Lutz, a good look here for three, just off the side. Scrum underneath. Cannon gets the rebound and then fouled on the way back up. UNG starting to get a few more rebounds.
Yeah, you got to remember we're doing it with the league's leading scorer over there and haven't played since about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah. So Cannon to the line. First one off to the right. Cannon comes in shooting 50% from the free throw line, but she's only attempted 2, so that was her third. Again, we talked about it. Some of these numbers a little obscure early. They'll average themselves out over the course of the season. And she maintains the 50% mark, making one. Fahey checks in, Cannon checks out. And also checking in for the Bobcats, Rose Bone checking in for Cassidy Markle. Markle, a starter. We just haven't called her name yet tonight. Hasn't been much of a factor.
We're going to play a little bit of a small lineup here. We're going to put Sticker at the 5 with 4 just almost point guards around her.
Mid-range 2, out of control there, put up, nothing doing. A scrum for the ball again. UNG's going to come away with it. Good fight by Fahey.
Behind her.
Fahey, good look here on the pass. Beautiful shot, Josie Earnhardt. Fahey basically turned around and handed the ball to her, and that was a beautiful play that set up the 3 points.
See, we can go all switch with this lineup here.
Good look. Georgia College gets it out. A decent look from the corner there. Hammered home for Myra Strickland. Strickland comes in shooting 37% from 3, and a good shot there. UNG holding that 1-point lead now as we close in, and 2 minutes left to go here in the first half, I should say. Lutz drives inside, takes on a double team, and it's batted away. Blocked inside by Bone. Fahey working here against Geary. Going to force the issue now. Good ball movement inside. That one goes up and in. Myra Strickland, hard to contain once she gets in the lane.
Yeah, does a good job of being shifty and changing pace and changing direction.
Fahey with the handoff from Sticker drives in. Another three here. That one just off the side. Again, Blackstock had a great look. Fahey comes in with about 2 assists per game. I believe she's working on improving that total. Mid-range jumper. That one doesn't go. Tipped up. And a foul called on Georgia College. I believe that time it'll be on Rose Bone.
And when you go with a small lineup like we're doing now, 4 guards, basically 4.5 guards, you got to make sure that you're checking out on every possession. So
Lizzie Campbell checks into the game for Fahey. Oh, and also on the other end, I apologize, Isabel Davenport, again, the local kid out of Lumpkin County High School. Checking in, she checked in for Josie Earnhardt. Fahey back up top. 3 here. That one's hammered home. Contested shot, but made. So 30-28. There's about 9 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Off her foot, Vicks got it now, working against Lacey inside, and a foul called. And a correction there inside. Josie Earnhardt still on the floor. The substitution was for Livy Blackstock.
I think the explanation that Coach Burson is getting on the driving penetration is fair. And if that stays in the second half when Caroline Martin starts to drive to the rim, she's going to shoot a handful of free throws too.
29-30, Bobcats maintain the Nighthawks maintain a 1-point lead. What do you think Martin's getting the rest here? Just trying to save her legs a little bit?
Yeah, 2 fouls. There's no need for a third. We'll just play a hard 20 minutes.
Lutz at the top of the key, going to run this all the way down. Has a 3 if she wants it. Gets it underneath, going to drive in now, and runs out of time. And that will expire the first half of action. So 30-29, our halftime score. We'll pause and we'll join you as we come back on the halftime report and tell you about the stats from this first half of action. Again, you're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Leadership is fueled by vision and passion. Leadership is service with empathy, creativity, and integrity. Leadership is seeking continuous improvement for yourself and your community. Since 1873, the University of North Georgia has prepared generations of civic, professional, and military leaders. Today, UNG is a leading regional university that serves students across 5 campuses and online, with educational pathways ranging from associate degrees to doctoral programs. And as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the nation, UNG holds designations as a state leadership institution and as the Military College of Georgia. UNG's national reputation and student profile are growing stronger each year, and we remain focused on student success and academic excellence at all levels. Across UNG, our incredible faculty and staff are scholars and mentors who inspire service, inquiry, and creativity. And resume-building experiences help each student fulfill their potential. We know the value of determination and teamwork in and out of the classroom, and this spirit pushes our students to excel on the field, serve our communities, and explore the world. When the day is done, the real measure of our success lies in who our graduates become. Outstanding leaders for a diverse and global society. The University of North Georgia.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, Our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
When I reflect back to what the University of North Georgia brought to me, how it prepared me for my career, that leads me to give back.
Our donors have had an incredible impact on the University of North Georgia.
A friend of mine called and told me about the Eagle Fund, and having an opportunity to see the Corps of Cadets, it just brought things alive to me, and I felt like I needed to get involved.
One of my favorite things to do as a dean is working with donors, helping people find what they're passionate for and how that fits with what we're doing in the college. And I have found out that when you do that, it's really a win-win for everyone.
There aren't many institutions that can claim to have 150 years under their belt. The history is absolutely phenomenal. To look at all the different names we've had, to look at now 5 campuses, and yet each campus has their own traditions, their own climate, their own culture, and to be able to merge those together into one, which has done tremendous things for economic development for our entire region.
We are preparing that workforce. We know that many of them want to stay in the area, and we know that by providing talent for the area, we are making a difference.
Not only do we benefit from a healthcare standpoint, but our entire community benefits as the graduates that are coming from UNG are contributing to this very vibrant, growing region.
When you have a community that embraces the university and the university embraces the community, there's so much magic that happens. And we've got to instill to the local community that we're here for them and that we want them to be here for our students.
When donors get engaged, it really elevates the university. I think about the Cottrells. These are individuals who feel passionate about the things they give to.
I have witnessed over my many years our donors who get involved with our students directly impact them from sage advice to direct financial support. The role of our donors has really been phenomenal, and it is critically important to our future.
The donors like the Cottrells and hundreds more have done so much to preserve the integrity, the quality, and the future of this great institution.
Congratulations on 150 years.
It's absolutely wonderful, and we should be very, very proud of our institution and what it stands for.
Our donors are that bedrock of excellence from which we build.
To me, the scholarships are enduring. They're going to be here from here on out.
As we look back on donors over our 150-year history, their impact will be felt for the next 150 years.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Celebrating 150 years and having a sesquicentennial is not something that many institutions can claim. It's a time for us to reflect on our history, but to also project on what more can we do to help students make sure they're successful and they graduate.
We all know how important education is to one's life because it determines what kind of career you can have.
Scholarships make all the difference.
College has always been, something that we were worried about, but because of the scholarship, I'm able to play the sport I love and not worry about financials.
Scholarships to me have helped so much in my experience here.
It's definitely done wonders for me, set me up for success.
We recruit strong students, and it's our job to make them better prepared for their next step in their education and their careers.
When the water rises, all ships rise. That's what happens when more and more people can get higher education, then go on to succeed and become responsible citizens.
It relieves a lot of pressure.
It is a stress reliever for when you're taking difficult classes, and that's what really got me through this semester, I would say.
Scholarships have helped take the burden of paying for college and helped me out with getting certifications for cyber. If you had to work your entire college career, I don't think you would have ever gotten the college experience I've gotten.
Scholarships are really critical. The importance of it is that you will provide opportunities for more people to go to college and to finish college, because so many of these students do not have the wherewithal to go to college.
It would be very hard for me to get an education and play the sport I love without the scholarship.
If you don't have those scholarships, you see students not returning because they can't come up with $300. The stories can be heartbreaking.
If I didn't receive scholarships, my college experience would not be anything what it is today.
If I didn't have scholarships, I would have to pick up a full-time. And because of that, I wouldn't probably be able to experience the clubs or the organizations I've been a part of.
Thank you so very much to all of those who have supported the university, sometimes monetarily, but also with their service, with their dedication, with their advice. It's all greatly appreciated and very much needed.
If I could say anything to the donors, it would just be thank you. You've taken a huge weight off my shoulders, allowing me to get the full experience of college and put my passions first.
I'm very thankful for the scholarship. It's been a great experience, and I've learned a lot of lessons also.
I have a good time here.
The memories that I've had, it's going to last me a lifetime. I cannot believe I'm leaving here. Not ready for it.
Absolutely love this place. I definitely would not be the man I am without it. I'm excited to come back as an alumni and hopefully one day be in the financial position to do the exact same thing these scholarship donors are doing.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Michael, can you hear me in there?
Welcome back to Lynn Cottrell Arena at the
Michael,
UNG Convocation Center. I'm Will Cooper, joined alongside Lee Glenn, and for all of the staff here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, welcome into the halftime report. Lee, we were looking over some of the numbers as we were waiting to come back on air here. Normally I ask you what stands out to you, but I'm going to take the first thing here. North Georgia shot 19 threes there. Only made 7 of them, but 19 attempts. Kind of shows the game plan that Georgia College had coming in, especially when you look at Fahey, who was 2 out of 6 from three-point land, but took those 6 very early on.
Yeah, I think she made her first 2, then missed her second 4 or next 4. That is 100% part of the Bobcats' game plan. They want to see our non-established three-point shooters. We've got a couple established three-point shooters in Caroline Martin and Josie Earnhardt. They want to see us get beat by our non-established three-point shooters. 70% of our offensive output came from behind the three-point line. We've got to find a way to get back to getting positive 2s. You cannot commit to only scoring from behind the three-point line and pretend that you're going to win. We got to find a way to get, number 1, 2 offense around the rim, and number 2, free throw offense, which kind of goes hand in hand with getting the ball at the rim. So part of that has to do with the fact that Caroline Martin picked up 2 early fouls. and had to sit the entirety of the second quarter. She has a game a lot like Harper Vick for Georgia College, where she is a very good driver of the basketball. Harper Vick was able to shoot 5 free throws in the first half. So if the whistle stays consistent, that dribble penetration should lead North Georgia into a few more twos and a little bit more free throw offense.
Yeah, you mentioned Caroline Martin only played 6 minutes, 34 seconds in that first half. Obviously not what they wanted. You know, other thing that stands out to me is that it seemed like Georgia College was dominating the offensive glass, but really UNG comes away with a +1 rebound differential, and I think they made that up a lot on their offensive glass. So here early, there's been a lot of offensive rebounds for both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams are shooting like combined. Georgia College is 36, North Georgia is 34. So this game has a 34% success rate. So it also means that 65% of shots that are going up have a negative result and therefore an opportunity for an offensive rebound. So I think that 35% is not necessarily a crowd pleaser. That's not something that you say, wow, that was fun to watch. What now becomes fun to watch is who is the player that gets in there and creates extra possessions on offense. You see that Georgia College has had 7 different players score. Their leading scorers got 8. They've got one with 7, a couple with 7, 2s, and that just shows that there is a top-to-bottom belief that they can have an impact on this game. And I think what we've got to do is get back into a little bit more of a balanced rotation, get Caroline Martin back on the floor, let her start penetrating again. Let's see if we can find Josie Earnhardt a couple of rhythm catch-and-shoot threes that are within her wheelhouse right there on the lane, and then take a little bit of offensive pressure off Kaylee Sticker and see if we can get back to finding that 5 player, you know, that big that's just going to get some offensive rebounds and stickbacks.
Sticker has definitely been the bright spot here early, making 50% of her field goals and 50% of her threes, shot 6 threes, made 3 of them there. So she was certainly the offensive driver there early. You know, another thing we talked about is that Saturday, it really wasn't that high stress of a game. Flagler really never got back into it late. Here early, 7 lead changes, and 4 times they've been tied. So there's been a lot of stress on both these teams here early. Again, have not looked as polished as both of them did in their previous games. A lot of that due to the fact they really have played within just a few hours of each other.
Yeah.
Again, coming just over 24 hours. So certainly a different feel than it was on Saturday, and hopefully the Nighthawks can battle their way back to a little bit bigger lead. Again, they're going to start here, as you see, up by 1, 30-29 our halftime score. So both these teams below their average points scored. So I know they want to turn that around as well. You mentioned, just a quick point here, how important Vick has been for Georgia College. Again, that's Harper Vick, and she has been massive inside with 8 points and the leading scorer for Georgia College. So they will go set back here on the floor to start for UNG. Kaylee Sticker, Caroline Martin, you mentioned she's going to be a big part of this second half, or at least we hope so. Carly Fahey, Kayla Massip, and then out on the outside, Josie Earnhardt. And horn has sounded. Clock has reset. Here we go. It was a little loose there early, but ref says my bad. So now we'll get going. Martin with the ball, hands it off. This is Fahey, who's going to set the screen. Back to Martin, back to Fahey. Fahey with a 3. That one off the front of the rim.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's
Massip underneath with the offensive rebound, loose ball. Going to stay in possession.
That's the first. That was one of the keys there, is to have an offensive big for us create those extra possessions. Now we just need that stick back. Nice adjustment by North Georgia here to use Carly Fahey as a ball screener.
Sticker mid-range jumper doesn't go off the front of the rim. Georgia College setting back up. Ashaya Willis. Feeding it there to Cassidy Markle. Back over, handoff to Alexa Geary. Contested shot doesn't go. And out on the baseline, I believe, is the call. And it will be UNG ball. Coach Ross Jolly got an explanation there. Very animated guy. wasn't content with the answer and then said, okay, that's
fine. He was trying to pit the officials against each other, get one from one. It's like when your dad says no, I'm going to go ask Mom if I can do it.
Hopefully they don't talk to each other beforehand.
Yeah, Mom and Dad were on the same page there.
Fahey mid-range here. Good ball movement early. Massip feeds it to Sticker. Back to Massip. Not a bad look. Just didn't find a way to the rim. And that doesn't hit anything. Shot clock becomes a factor. And Georgia College ball. Early substitution. Fahey checking out. Nia Lutz checking in. Again, UNG, white uniforms, blue numerals. Blue North Georgia on the front. Georgia College and the visiting greens with white numerals. Georgia College back with the ball. Contested three. Nope, hits nothing. Scrum for the ball on the baseline now. Earnhardt's going to come away with it. And now we have a turnover and then a foul. Sloppy, just sloppy possession there all the way around. It wasn't the fact that Georgia College did anything particularly impressive, just ended up the ball bounced their way. As a matter of fact, it bounced off a Georgia College player. That's how the turnover happened. Massip's going to check out. Daisha Cannon going to check in.
Massip's third foul there. Unfortunately, Josie got the defensive rebound. It was just kind of awkwardly pinned up against the baseline. Didn't have much space to operate. Couldn't pivot into freedom there, so just unfortunately threw it just into open space and ended up being a turnover.
Deshaun Jackson shooting 54.5% from the free throw line. Makes half. Caroline Martin going to take over now. Dangerous with the ball. She finds a good look and never finds the bottom of the net, unfortunately. Mid-range jumper was the attempt, and we got a jump ball. Arguing the point, Georgia College there, especially Deshaun Jackson. Nonetheless, possession remains for Georgia College, but it does flip the area. This is Vick, now giving it back up another three. Misses everything again. That is the second air ball for Alexa Gary here in the third quarter.
It was a choreographed shot for Gary to shoot the three. Ran her off of a flare screen and pretty low percentage shot there.
All knotted up at 30. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. And a three there from Fahey misses everything. Excuse me, from Sticker misses everything. Georgia College setting up some offense, trying to find an open passing lane. Going to drive in here and lays up a contested shot. Doesn't go. Again, Ashaya Williams on the shot. Back out to Vick. Vick shows the drive, backs out. Again, she was the leading scorer in the first half with 8. And off the knee of Lutz, it'll maintain Georgia College ball, but the shot clock down to 4. So they'll have to have a play pretty quick. And that ball nearly gets in between the Bobcats, but a nice move inside. Mid-range jumper, beautiful play by Ashaya Willis. Wow. The handles, the wherewithal to shoot it when there was time still on the shot clock. If she had taken it to the rim, wouldn't have had time as Martin goes to the rim and misses. And we got hard contact inside. And we have a timeout. And we'll take the timeout with them here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. You're watching North Georgia basketball.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, We specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Back at the UNG Convocation Center, Will Cooper filling in for Craig Corbin here on the Nighthawk Sports Network and for our friends on Glory Sports Radio 97.5 and 1330 AM. Joined alongside Lee Glenn, TJ Campbell, our executive producer tonight, and for all of the folks helping us stay on the air on the Nighthawk Sports Network, welcome in for Monday Night Basketball. As you see, the Georgia College and State Bobcats visiting UNG have a 2-point lead. 3.5 minutes gone here in the third quarter of action. Georgia College setting up a little offense now. Mid-range jumper won't go. Turnover here. Myra Strickland missed. Lutz was running up and had her pocket picked on the back end by Deshaun Jackson. Man, just tough getting going here for the Nighthawks.
A lot of that is credited to Georgia College doing a good job of taking away our strengths defensively.
And you mentioned Martin being the strength. There's a loose ball foul there called on Deshaun Jackson. Second. And substitutions. Jackson going to check out. Harper Vick going to check back in. Sierra Foster checking in for Ashaya Willis. No substitutions here for the Nighthawks. Caroline Martin with the ball. Finds Lutz underneath, finds Cannon, playing the 5 as you mentioned. Gets it back out to Lutz. Low pass, handled by Cannon, up and converts. 2-point play. We'll see if she can get the 3-point at the end of this, as we're all knotted up back at 32.
That play was made by when she went to score. She then gathered herself off of 2 feet and used just a great fundamental shot fake. Got the defender up in the air and then played right through her chest. That's good post play from Dacia.
And does convert the 3 points, so Nighthawks take a 1-point lead back. Takes the interior is Rose Bone out of Monroe, Georgia. Back out top to Strickland. A 3, in and out. And UNG going to take back over. Foul on Jada Warren there.
Got to remember when we do play small, we're playing with Dacia at the 5, who's kind of an undersized 5, and then Kaylee Stickers are 4. You've got to make sure that the guards rebound.
Good pass outside by Martin to find Earnhardt. Underneath the cannon, finding Sticker on a feed and out on the baseline.
I think they got Georgia College on a push there on the cut.
Thank you. So to inbound now for UNG off the foul, Earnhardt. Finds Martin over the top. Driving in is Lutz with the left. It finds its way in.
That's a hard shot to make right there, going away from the basket on the left side, back with your right hand, but deft touch from the senior.
5 minutes left to play here in the third. Nighthawks up by 3. Mid-range jumper here. Doesn't go. Rebound by Earnhardt. Georgia College not driving to the rim as much as they were in the first half.
I think we're doing a better job of committing to keeping the ball in front of us.
Cannon finds Lutz at the top. Lutz just off there. And Georgia College going to take back over. Again, Sierra Foster out of Canton, Georgia. Holy Innocents High School. Laid back up and in that time. Jada Warren with the right hand. So just as we mentioned it, they're going to prove us wrong. It's the announcer jinx.
No, we did a good job there of actually guarding Harper on the penetration. What we didn't do is help the helper when the big had to come stop or dribble penetration. We didn't get somebody to her man.
Underneath, bounces around, doesn't go for Cannon. So the Bobcats taken back over, again, down by 1. 4 minutes left. Again, Foster at the top. It's really been Foster and Rose, but here's Vick for 3, doesn't go. But an offensive rebound by Georgia College, put back up and in with the right. Again, Sierra Foster there. And the Bobcats take a 1-point lead. Martin working against Vick, finds Cannon on a nice pass underneath. We got subs coming up for the Nighthawks. Lutz drives in with the right. Hit on the hand, but no foul. And Georgia College will work the other way. Harper Vick working against Josie Earnhardt here. Great ball movement. Gets caught up though. Move back out to Foster, back to Vick. Going to try the same play, working a little bit more. Lays it up and in. Great ball movement and great handles from Vick. Finds the open lane. Bobcats back up by 3. Martin drives to the lane, found a hole and up and in with the right. Nighthawks back within 1.
Definitely something we need to hear a little bit more of right there is Martin to the hole.
UNG forcing the issue a little bit now. Earnhardt playing tight up against Vick. Underneath, backhand. Wow, what a shot made on the other end by Myra Strickland. Scoring explosion here late in the third. Martin has a 3. Yes! Hammered home, Caroline Martin from downtown. Lutz forcing the issue now on Sierra Foster. All knotted up at 40. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Oh, we got an offensive foul there that time on Rose Bone. She's going to have to check out. That'll be her 4th. And we have a timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them. Again, you're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
I need to try it first.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership? Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. Log into BeaverToyotaComing.com, click on Beaver Direct, quietly shop from hundreds of vehicles, obtain a credit approval and trade appraisal in minutes.
2 of the top teams in the Peach Belt Conference going head-to-head here, all knotted up at 40. We've got just over 11 minutes left to play in total game time. Looking forward to seeing the conclusion of this one. Will Cooper alongside Lee Glenn, and for all the staff here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, thank you for being with us.
It'll be a good finish here.
Both 8-1, both 1-0 in conference play, both with Knights wins on Saturday. Caroline Martin back in here. Made the nice 3 before the break. Tried to go up, got her own tip there, and went back up with it anyway. Nighthawks back up by 2.
And we're going to play zone here now, see if we can change the pace. Georgia College forced them to solve the puzzle and probably take a 3.
Had a look there, goes to the side now, off the side of the rim. And we have a loose ball foul. Strickland attempted the 3.
That's got to be on Georgia College. Yeah,
it is.
Initially, the initial indication, like in football, was that whatever came out of the official's mouth was on North Georgia, Georgia College. Started clapping on the bench there.
Puts him in the bonus. Martin to the line, misses that one. And that one's up and good. So a 3-point lead now for the Nighthawks. Martin has sneakily climbed up to 9 points here tonight. Again, UNG playing zone, forcing some of these perimeter shots. High pass but handled, high pass again.
Get it.
And intercepted, Massip over the middle like a safety on the football field. Under a minute left to play here in the third. Martin gets it outside to Blackstock. Nice ball movement, Massip underneath and blocked from behind. Draws the foul over the top. So Massip to the line, comes in shooting 68% from the free throw line. Again, Massip's been limited here. Daisha Cannon's filled in a lot because of the foul trouble early. That went off the back of the rim. Again, Nighthawks up by 3. Second one goes. Substitution, Harper Vick checking in. Checking out Cassidy Markle.
Looks like Georgia College, if we stick in the 1-3-1, which it looks like we are, is going to commit to hard ball reversals and taking the corner 3. So we'll see how long it is before they can shoot us out of this defense.
Forcing the issue. Got to give credit to Coach Jolly over there, really working the official on the side. Nice ball movement, though. Georgia College finds the open man, hits him right there. Beautiful shot, uncontested. Myra Strickland. She's having an incredible night, 12 points now. Pass from Martin underneath the Massip, now intercepted, and that's the end of the third. So 44-43, Bobcats down by 1. And as that's the end of the third, we'll take another break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. You are watching North Georgia basketball.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clermont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Lynn Cottrell Arena at the UNG Convocation Center. Will Cooper alongside Lee Glenn, all of our staff on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Nighthawks up by 1 as we've got another quarter to play. Again, both these teams 8-1 overall, both 1-0 in conference play. We knew it was going to be a good game, and it's lived up to the hype.
I think both have settled in here, though.
Certainly see Caroline Martin has found her stroke up to 10. Kaylee Sticker at 13, been a little bit more quiet. Martin had a look off a hand and over to Blackstock. Earnhardt sets a screen, takes a tumble, and draws the foul. Alexa Gary, I believe, the guilty party that time. Inbound Blackstock finds Martin. Martin to Sticker. Sticker with a nice move. Look at the 3 just off the front of the rim. Quality looks, though. Vick here. Handing it off to Ashaya Willis, excuse me. Willis, nice ball movement, finds a little gap, runs in. Too much. Massip with the rebound. Blackstock runs in, finds Martin, three, just off the right. Ready to sub back in Daisha Cannon here. Again, she's got a lot of quality minutes here tonight, helping fill in on some foul trouble as Vic almost mishandles the ball, but collects it, runs in, and gets the score. So the Bobcats take a 1-point lead.
Harper knows how to use her shoulder and use her body to shield the defense on dribble penetration. Does a great job of taking her defender slowly off the bounce.
Martin hands it off, now back to Martin. Underneath, finds Blackstock outside, drives in, forced back out. So Blackstock here from three, just a little short. Massip tries to go up, but can't do it. Jada Warren with the rebound for the Bobcats.
Down.
8 minutes left to play. Again, Bobcats up by 1, 45-44. Vic here on the outside working against Blackstock. Gets inside, lays it up. Wow. She is something else.
Knows what she's doing. She's been around this league a while. Knows how to score, confident with the ball in her hands.
Comes in averaging 12.7, up to 14 now. Blackstock has a good look here from three. Just a little too much. Again, UNG getting those open threes right now, just can't convert them. Back to work again, Ashaya Willis. Cassidy Markle with the ball, gets it underneath the Geary. Got a foul. And it's going to go against Blackstock. Daisha Cannon checking into the game for Josie Earnhardt here. Also have a couple of substitutions checking into the game. Sierra Foster, as well as Deshaun Jackson now. Gets it out to Sierra Foster. Back over, this is Geary with the ball. Wanted the three, didn't take it. Underneath, nothing doing there. Good rebound by Sticker. Blackstock had a three, didn't take it. Sticker's going to take the three. That one just a little too much. It's going to go off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. Bobcat ball. Georgia College playing with a loaded bomb. Just you feel like when they hit that three, and it'll happen at some point, this place is going to go crazy.
I hope. Just 3 or 4 good looks in a row.
Sticker tried to pick the pocket there. Didn't work with Cassidy Markle. Now Vic going to work back in, and just a little too much on that shot. Massip gets the rebound, back out to Martin.
That's not a credit to the defense there. That's just a miss on Vic.
Blackstock again has an open three there, but decides against it. Maybe trying to run a little clock. Back out to Martin. Wanted to take it, but Vic playing good defense. Nice screen set up inside by Cannon to provide the shelter for Martin. And that will take us to a timeout. So while we are in this timeout, you are watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Chick-fil-A of Dahlonega is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to their customers. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you. United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Established in 1984 in nearby Clearmont, Georgia, the Chattahoochee Group is a local company that's grown to include construction, streetscaping, modular walls, metal buildings, disposal, concrete, sports field installation, site work, and more. To learn more about the Chattahoochee Group's wide range of project offerings, visit chatgroupinc.com.
Coach Ross Jolly and the Georgia College Bobcats discussing the plan, up by 1. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to play. Again, Will Cooper joined alongside Lee Glenn, and for all of the staff here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, a Monday night basketball matchup. Make sure you stay tuned after the conclusion of this one. It's a doubleheader. We will have the men's Nighthawks team taking on the men's Bobcats team. And as Georgia College with the ball off the break. Again, up by 1. Georgia College just finding ways to make the shots fall. Notably not coming out of the break is Vic. And that is blocked inside. Massip with a huge block on Ashaya Williams. Tried what Vic normally does, but that time did not work.
Yeah, you got to get what Vic's so good at. You got to get into the big and get separation to get the shot off. But I tell you what, Kayla's got such good range, and she can alter and protect the rim like that for us.
Ashaya goes back in, draws the foul. And that is again on Blackstock. Be her 4th. And Vic got about a 10-second break and will now check back in. This time the check-in will be for Alexa Geary. So to the stripe. Ashaya Willis comes in shooting 58%. First one falls. The second one does not, but rebounded by Georgia College. Put back up. 3-point play impromptu. So Bobcats up by 4 now, 46-50. Martin with the ball, working in. A lot of traffic, draws the foul.
That's 100% got to be a foul if the ones in the first half are fouls as well. So
Josie Earhart checks in for Livy Blackstock. Again, we mentioned Blackstock at the 4 fouls. Martin 72% from the free throw line. That one's up and good. Makes both of them. Brings us back within 2 points. Halfway through the 4th. Ashaya Williams working against Caroline Martin. And they ran into each other there. Daisha Cannon takes it on a run. Look out. Maneuvering in, finds it, and up and in. We're tied at 50. What a nice move from Cannon.
now we're playing big. Now we got, if you call Daisha a post, we got 3 bigs, 2.5 bigs on the floor.
And a foul. That time against Earnhardt. Earnhardt will go up to 3 now. And checking in is Carly Fahey for Earnhardt. So, but you're right, a Sticker on the floor, Cannon on the floor, Massip on the floor. It's a big lineup here for the Nighthawks. Georgia College has a good bit of size just across the board, really. As they try to get that one to Vic, Caroline Martin forces the issue. It'll stay Georgia College ball. Pass underneath. This is back out to Rose Bone, who gives it off to Vic. Vic and Martin, 2 of the best to do it. Look at this battle underneath. Sticker came in and gets the rebound after a good defense there.
I know that was not the matchup of choice there, but that might not be a terrible idea, is to have Kaylee Sticker guard Vic, because she's got just a little bit more range and length.
Sticker at 5'11". That shot, Aaron, doesn't go for Sticker. 4 minutes left, all knotted up at 50. Subs coming in for Georgia College soon. Ashaya drives to the lane, puts up the floater, doesn't go, gets her own rebound again. Myra Strickland now with the ball, using the elbow, and they draw the foul. And we got a load of subs coming in now. A whole bunch. Trying to keep everybody fresh. In comes Cassidy Markle, Alexa Geary, and I believe that is also Jada Warren checking in now. Fahey goes out and Sticker goes out. In comes in Blackstock and Earnhardt. So you mentioned they were going big. Now they've reduced that back down. And to the line. First one does not go. Again, Myra Strickland. And neither of them go. So still at 50. Massip here. Takes the handoff to Martin, now dishes it back up top. Massip, the 6-foot senior out of Plantation, Florida. Wide open three here for Blackstock, just off again, and now we got a scrum for the ball off the leg of Martin. And it'll be Georgia College ball. Just not getting the bounces right now.
No, that's a clean look, and I think that's what Georgia College wants there is, again, the non-established three-point shooters to make threes, and that's as good of a look as it gets for Livy. It just didn't go down.
Fahey checks back in for Josie Earnhardt now. And more Georgia going to force the issue now. Got Martin coming up to play and Cannon coming up to play press. And nice tip here. Fahey's going to take it with some speed, goes up with the right, and it just doesn't go in. Massip gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. Nighthawks up by 2. Massip putting in a tremendous effort here. Martin against Vic again. Great matchup. Now Blackstock taking over the defensive duties. Drives in, doesn't go, too short, almost gets her own rebound. Blackstock's going to get it. Now we got a foul. Alexa Geary, the guilty party. Exciting game here as we've got more substitutions. Fahey checking out. Earnhardt checks back in.
Going offense, defense already. Fahey a little bit more nimble defender, and Josie Earnhardt obviously one of the country's best three-point shooters. Good combo to have. So any dead ball in between the transitions, it's a good move to switch those out.
Earnhardt, 43.5 from 3. Blackstock out here, a wide 3, just off the side. Cannon forces the issue. We got a foul. That's a tough one. You could tell she was really just going for the ball. Just unfortunate positioning there. So Georgia College now in the bonus. Substitutions for College. Myra Strickland checks out. Ashaya Willis checks in. To the line now, Alexa Geary comes in shooting 87.5 from the charity stripe. So not really somebody you want to put up there too often.
No, she's got a good shot. Nice high arcing shot. Nice deft touch.
Made 1 out of 2. And another offensive rebound, but a travel called. A fight for the ball by Jada Warren, but took one too many steps. So here we go. Nighthawks holding on to a 1-point lead. Caroline Martin trying to work her way inside. Gets it out to Massip. Taking their time, just wants to find somebody open. Works underneath the cannon, mid-range jumper. Yes, ma'am.
Love the confidence and a young lady that hadn't received a ton of minutes to shoot a high heat shot like that. Now we need a stop.
Nighthawks up by 3, less than 2 minutes to go. Working in, Shia Willis, and draws the foul as they sort this out. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on Glory Sports Radio 97.5 and 1330 AM. To the line, Shia Willis. This is the first one. It's been a hard night shooting free throws for both these teams, really, but especially Georgia College here of late. Willis looking for her 8th point. Made the second one. Lead cut to 2. Again, 54-52. Cannon, who made that last jumper, could be a big part of this offense coming up here late as they get it out to Martin. High pass, but handled by Blackstock off the hand of Martin. Back out top to Massip. Good look here for Martin for 3, just a hair short. Put back up by Cannon off the offensive glass. Nighthawks by 4, a minute left, and we got a timeout. Great job there by Cannon to keep that.
Yeah, what she did when the ball went up, and we'll keep it here obviously on a 30-second timeout, is what she did when that shot went up, is instead of trying to compete above her head, she just rooted the defender up under the rim, and then the bounce was long. She was able to gather it with her right hand, take one dribble, and finish. That is, again, intentional and smart, fundamental use of her body and her hips there. Really good basketball from Daisha Cannon. Valuable minutes here from someone who hasn't carried a high workload, but this game, we still need about 2 stops. Knowing that they're going to really attack us off the dribble.
Yeah, you mentioned she came into Peach Belt Conference play only appearing in 2 games. Now she had a big factor in the win against Flagler, and here tonight has done a fantastic job. Certainly earned herself some minutes. As we're now down to a minute even. Again, Nighthawks up by 4. Driving in, Ashaya puts it up and in. Lead cut down to 2. Martin here with the ball. Going to burn as much as this time as they can. They'll have to take a shot with about 25 seconds on the clock. Shot clock down to 10. Martin willing to take a shot anytime now. Massip comes underneath, and a foul called.
Fouls to give for Georgia College. Gonna allow us the opportunity, should we want to burn a little bit, a fresh 20. Not quite enough to burn the game, but.
Go down to 10.8. Fahey up top now. Get it off to Martin. They just want to keep it on Martin as much as possible. The best ball handler on the team. Drives in, trying to find some room, works back out, tipped, but given a massive mid-range jumper with 1 second, doesn't go. Tips back up. Georgia College got to hurry. 5 seconds.
Oh my God.
Wow. It's almost like they didn't know how much time was left. A timeout was awarded, and the officials are going to convene in midair when he called.
But I think that still means possession of Georgia College.
Okay.
So even though you can't assume that it's going to be thrown out of bounds until the ball touches out of bounds, it's still technically in Georgia College's possession. So,
but still, kind of odd. They weren't playing with much speed to get out of there.
But what they cannot do here, if I'm not mistaken, is they cannot advance it in front of their bench to the side. Okay. Because I think that, I'm not sure 100% of the women's rules, but that can only be done after when the ball's got to be out of a made basket.
Looks like the official is telling Coach Ajali here it's got to go to our left.
See, so now he burns a timeout so that he can do that.
Okay. So That will leave them with 2 timeouts, I believe. Man, what a game. You know, we talked about it. Both these teams coming in 8-1, 1-0 in conference play. What you wanted to see coming out here. And, I mean, they both have just played a fantastic game. So we have some young fans filing into our left. You mentioned Parks and Rec Day.
Yeah.
Filling in behind the UNG bench. You see him on your monitor there to the top.
Yeah, that's one of our local middle schools. I was mistaken earlier, Will. It's not Park and Rec night yet.
Oh.
You would have seen a lot more purple, Lumpkin County purple here in the building earlier. I got my promotions mixed up. That'll be a little bit later in the season.
Great partnership, Lumpkin County and University of North Georgia. Lumpkin County, one of the better North Georgia schools as far as sports goes. Again, we mentioned some of the local products here we've seen. Of course, the big one being Isabel Davenport out of Lumpkin County High School. And you mentioned Caroline Martin out of North Forsyth, Daisha Cannon out of White County, that 400 kind of corridor. And these 3 counties that are stacked up on top of one another. A lot of fun to see how they've grown and grown together.
Kaylee Sticker originally played basketball in Dawson County.
So here we go, 4.6 seconds left. All the timeouts that can be taken have been taken in this break at least. So to inbound for Georgia College, again to our left, they're going to have to go 4.6 seconds. North Georgia going to play some private defense, and we have another timeout.
Just mental chess is all it is. I think that was Georgia College that called that one. So
took their last.
Coach Jolly is looking at alignment here. Saw our alignment. I think a lot of times coaches will want to keep a timeout in their pocket in this scenario should they need an alternative rebound or inbound. So I think we had Massop up on the ball. She's long and rangy. If Georgia College can't get it in where they want to get it into, now they no longer have a timeout to burn. So now we've taken Kayla off the ball. We just got to make sure they inbound it going backwards.
Get it to Vic over the top. Play works. Driving in, lays it up, doesn't go. Caroline Martin brings it down, and that seals the game for the Nighthawks. A great win here in Peach Belt Conference play. The Nighthawks moved to 9-1 on the season, 2-0 overall in Peach Belt Conference play. Hard-fought game. Georgia College came in, had a good game plan, but falls to 8-2 and 1-1 in the conference. Lee, your final thoughts?
We said in the open that we wanted to see, like, is Georgia, are they 8-1 good? Are they regionally ranked? These 2 side uphold good? And although they're going to leave here today with a loss, the answer to that question is absolutely yes. That is a team that can play it well deep into the Peach Belt Conference tournament. Continual trajectory of improvement. Had a unique defensive game plan today for us and had a clear-cut offensive game plan. Executed both rather well, and that's why it ended up coming down to the last possession. But tip the hat to Coach Burson and her staff. They seem to always find a way to win, and they did today.
Absolutely fantastic game, as we mentioned. We have another good one on tap as North Georgia will be hosting Georgia College again coming up here in just a few minutes as the men's teams will square off again here on a doubleheader on Peach Belt Conference opening weekend. If you'll call this Monday a little bit of an extended weekend for us. So we're looking forward to that one. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be coming up here in about 30 minutes. So for all of us here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, I've been Will Cooper with Lee Glenn. We'll see you next time. Thank you all, and good night.